So I have my conclusions. Yeah. Okay. I hope y'all people are enjoying the other one. See, yeah, it's about how females discourage me to think sexy thoughts about myself, make me feel less than a man. But in the story to begin, I was in Washington D.C. and I feel as if I have flashbacks of Barack Obama and my mom and Merrick. Very astounded in it. I figured that's what happened. Merrick Hutchinson told me the fact that my mom was related to Richard Nixon as his daughter through a local affair. Started seeing and investigating what's up with it. I started seeing Selma Beasley as another person when I figured it out. I can understand what the situation would be, so I looked even further and figured, what is the possibility that Barack Obama got my mama pregnant instead of Merrick Hutchinson Sr.? There were 3 men that had sex with her. My fingers are a little bit dirty, so the whole point I'm making is, what would it be like to do a paternity test for me as an investigator of my own life to find out that his DNA might match mine, and I go straight up like, yay! I figured it out. I look at the situation and wonder, what would it, it's not like I can't understand. I was a baby at the time. I was a little ambassador born from Nixon. People, Patricia Nixon wanted to keep it a secret. They left the White House, and I know why she made Richard resign, because she killed my grandmother, Marilyn Monroe. So you know how it is with politics. It's all dirty, right? Can you agree? The whole point that I'm making is, if you're my biological father, you feel it, like that's why you went straight up and tried to stop my mother on the interstate going through Texas or highway, trying to reason why did she take me with her to Lake Charles, because you thought you was going to be the one to be the hubby, but instead when she hit your back of your truck and ran into a tree, how'd you feel about it, buddy? I'm serious. I'm talking to you like I could be the relative that goes, I might have my hair caught, but I saw the issue. I watched this documentary of a white baby who's born from a mixed couple. Hair's red. I notice I have freckles. A lot of white folks don't. Kind of wonder if that's your pigmentation. I got one thing to state too is one thing I have, like this this is another thing, is I have this situation of black hairs on this side, very, very African American. Like, I can understand this possibility. What would you think? It's like, if I look at myself and wonder too, sometimes I wonder how it feels if I travel the country and find out that my real father is someone who's African American, might be, and go straight up feeling like Luke Skywalker, like Vader's my father. What would you feel? Barack, it's you that has to situate. Look at the video. I was like, Dad, I don't know just yet. The DNA paternity test. You were around Merrick Hutchinson Sr. at the time, and yet my mom, claimed that Stephen Paul Jobs was in the house too. You probably don't remember back that far, 1981, for the surface of memory. You saw the fact that Merrick shot the gun, and you came in the house and said, why did Merrick shoot the gun, Arlene? And all of a sudden, she goes, well, Barack, come in, and kind of like, don't worry about it. I know how you feel. And then that's when I heard noise as a little baby, because I was standing in the crib and heard the sex signal sounds of what my mama does when she has sex. She's no different from my grandma, Marilyn Monroe. You'd enjoyed it, right? The 8 tracks, the whole situation of drinking booze. Hey, Michelle, you had a situation with Inquiry, said it. Do I care? My point that I'm making is, I survived supposedly a wreck. There was, and thinking that, yeah, Patricia Nixon, Selma Beasley, bro. Do you know how like you serve your 2 terms, right? You want two more terms as vice? Because my relations was 3 is better than what your relations would be. Even if you interfered, and I'm the DNA of you, would it be like as a story of a documentary to find out that you might have conceived a white mixed baby with red hair and thought it was Merrick that did it? I don't know. But the whole point is to read the petition of the president. is to make sure that you get money back to the Federal Reserve. And I have a feeling that Patricia did such a good job to pick you because your mom looked like my mother. So those pictures of Eileen that's standing next to you, they look similar. It's the fact is, you were honest to stay, but how you feeling that you ain't in the White House right now? Well, if you knew how to understand and you felt that you might be my biological father, Michelle, don't get all upset because it's what he did before he met you. I know for a fact when I'm looking at this, look serious. I have my days where I can be joking, crazy, like, but when it comes to responsibility, and you knew you planted a seed in my mom, I just need one question. Did you have sex with my mother before Merrick Hutchinson Sr.? So that's what it was all about, jealousy between two. Merrick Hutchinson Sr. got the word also that it could have been Reagan that slept with, because he's the one that set it up and he shot at two people. Flashback real quick when Reagan was in the White House. I remember the shooting as a baby. I'm sitting there, and I was held in her arms when she was alive in front of 7-Eleven where the two benches were at. Actually, one bench was there. George Washington University dormitory. Yeah, I bet you can't remember that far, can you, sir? That's fine. But yet, when Selma left Richard Nixon, that's Patricia Nixon, she went after Tom Lee Beasley, who was working for Transamerica, close friends with Bush, faked a birth certificate, went straight up and convinced Tom to come adopt me because it was all set up for what? That's to be in foster care. Just because I'm a baby born from a secret friend from Richard Nixon, you got what you came for, is that White House. But were you the one, could you even feel any connection when you held me as a baby, when you changed my diapers, coming out of the room saying, Arlene, sleeping now. Why should she go after Merrick Hutchinson Sr. when he's a loser, right? Was you going to be my father if my dad, if the fact is, if she wasn't held? How'd you feel when the car went straight, hitting and went straight as you're driving in front of her? I don't know. This all came from Merrick Hutchinson Sr. telling me, but yet I figured out that not only that, I saw McCain ask you a question about it. You ever done a crime before? You said, not to my recall, when you debated 2008. I'll put it this way, is that I'm Merrick Hutchinson Jr., the name that was supposed to go to the White House, no matter whoever my biological father is. But if it was a funny sense, what if I am your biological son, looking all white, but then find out that there's a possibility that I do have your DNA? And you're sitting back wondering, well, did you? There's two others, Reagan and Stephen Paul Jobs. But you were part of my mom, Arlene Thelma Hutchinson. Does it ring a bell? I wish there were people that knew this coming from George from way back, but how can they track your whereabouts way before? I kind of wonder how I feel. Is they said if you're a trucker, got a question. If you did any logbooks, I don't know if they allowed truckers back in 1979 to hold logbooks routes they went to. The whole point is it's a time verification. You can't stop what's going forward. I might have a little bit of favoritism from George Bush Jr., but yeah, kind of wonder who's going to be the next. I need to fix my thing. It's 9 minutes, 29 seconds count. So don't think that Barack's a bad person. He was just basically trying to understand that he couldn't say it in front of McCain's face because they're not holding him guilty. They probably wouldn't let him become president. Get it? But yet, you fix this economy, but I helped. There's a story behind that one too. Anyway, I say I love you, Barack, because I do. And I think Patricia is Selma thinking, yeah, because you can't stop what goes forward. It's purpose. Has a meaning, though. I just don't like what Trump's doing, right, at the point of talking about certain things. He needs to understand not just about certain things. We need a good trade. Anyway, enjoy, Michelle. Enjoy your family. And if I am a half-stepson, I'm hoping maybe, yeah, apologies. Hey, it's my mother. Arlene didn't have no. You gotta understand, she was a foster care child. You understand that, sir? How'd you feel if you was a female in foster care, found out your mom was Marilyn Monroe and your dad was Richard Nixon, but you've never seen him, and then all of a sudden you got so many guys trying to hump on you because you're so fine. I know you got jealous on certain occasions when Mary Hutchinson would come in and say, "Hi, oh, here's Barack. How you doing? What's up, bro? Let's go drink and have fun." You know what I'm saying? And you could not even understand that you had to stay close because the first lady who was hiding. How'd it feel? I could put myself in your shoes and understand that it must have been something. All to keep a secret affair from happening, or me from going to the White House, set up by the Patniks. But I'm still alive, and I'm running for president, hopefully. Bush Sr., I'm hoping you're happy, not Bush Jr., because Tom Lee basically saw it all just through the situation of who I was related to and didn't want to really inform me in a certain way. Imagine being a baby born from that and situated, knocked from the position, trading places. Why don't you watch it, bro? I think you'll like it with Eddie Murphy. That's how I'm feeling. Good day. I'm finished speaking. Enjoy yourself.